Hello, hello, guys. Welcome back to the HCR2 Community Podcast. As always, it's Juanito from Team Reddit, and joining me.
Hawkster from USA.
So this is the third time I'm welcoming you to the podcast, Hulk. For anybody that's listening, we've had technical issues for like the past 30 minutes, quite literally. So
Yes.
this is the third time we've done this introduction, so that's why.
By now,
This is
I'm
happening.
just sick of you welcoming me. Just
I
stop,
swear to God.
stop welcoming me.
Even my energy is going down. It's like at the start it was like, "Yo!"
Yeah,
And
it's
now
like, oh, hey, Hawk, what's going on?
So I'm just gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna introduce our next guest. So basically, we have one of the brightest, most talented players in the whole of Hill Climb Racing 2. For the fifth time or third time or whatever, excuse my German, but it's Dime Master of the Jump Shock Thrusters combo on the Super Diesel, and with a GP that even my Alta beats. The future of HCR2, PR Linus.
Hey guys, it's me, linus from Reddit. I'm actually pretty glad to be here today.
Welcome. We're glad to have you.
Yeah, very happy to have you, Linus. I'm sorry of all the difficulties we've had.
Yeah,
I hope
it's
this is the last one.
Hopefully.
So we're gonna have to repeat a few of the topics we've already talked about. But basically,
It was a lot of gibberish. I mean, I talked about how the team event is fun, but I cannot hit 38K, and you're doing the same thing, and Linus, probably has a 39K, and
no, sadly he doesn't. Not this event. The last one maybe, but not this one. Actually, this is a good time to bring it up because, Linus, what's your GP on your main account?
It's 7.2k or something like that.
Okay, and you, Hulk, on your alt account?
yeah, so my main account is 9,073, I believe, and my alt account is 7,193.
Okay. Oh, I thought you maxed your main account.
No,
already.
I haven't maxed it. I have I'm trying to get there. It's my alt account has been my focus for a long time now, so I'm barely getting Legend 2 or similar with my main account, but I mean it's for all intents and purposes, if I actually run into a team event where I have one part not maxed, I can just use scrap and max it and I'll be done with it. So it's basically maxed. I have max parts in every event that I want them.
All right, fair enough. And my alt account is at 7,008. But it's really interesting because, Hulk, your alt account and my alt account are what, like a year old?
Yeah, about that.
And Linus, how long have you been playing on your main account?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Well, but you also do daily races nonstop. So
Yeah.
and you're recording videos of daily races, and you're usually in the top
I mean,
5.
sadly, daily races doesn't bring anything to the GP.
Definitely
Except
not.
yeah, it's a waste. It's
Bragging
like
rights.
a big time suck, and it's it uses gems and your time,
But
and
it's
you
fun.
get nothing out of it except the enjoyment of beating other players.
Basically, I mean, it's funny because I'm looking here on the game at our team, and Linus has a legendary of 95. In 3 years, you have done less than I have done in a single season.
Yeah.
Do you just not enjoy cups, by the way, or?
Nah, it's kind of boring in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it is very repetitive, and we were talking before, and Hulk, we find it fun increasing our GP. So even if it means grinding, it's satisfying seeing our GP go up and getting those higher level parts.
I mean,
Right,
at
and-
least I finished the season.
That's
okay,
true.
yeah, that's a must for everyone.
You have to finish every season every month, or else you're losing so many parts. And now the tank skin that came out is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And now you get a legend chest at the end of the season, plus the satisfaction of seeing that 24-hour chest pop up, a couple times this season is, even though most of the time it's like, land boost or something for a car that you don't even need it for, but still, it's a great feeling to see that chest pop up with all those wings on it.
It is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's funny because then Linus has. I mean, your GP is still really good actually, but you have clearly the skills to be amongst like the top players in the entire game with, I would say, like very good parts, but not excellent. Like they could be better. Like we were talking, and your fume boost, sorry, not fume, your fuel boost and your coin boost is level 3 on your rally, right?
Yes.
And then, I mean, on my alt account, I have them all maxed.
Me too.
Yeah,
So maybe
it's
this
maybe
is
a bit unlucky because I think
this is
other parts I got max which aren't that important.
exactly. So this is a hint for anybody with low GP, and this goes out also to Rosita Jr. Please start playing cups so you can increase your GP as soon as possible. It's the only way you're gonna go up.
Cups or spending a ton of gems
In cups.
in
Yeah,
cups,
spending
or
gems
like
in
the
cups
shop.
is definitely the most effective way.
Yeah, pretty much. But anyways, I've been trying to get you to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you in the game, because the way I've actually like found out about you was through your YouTube channel, which is very popular. And I found it really appealing. And this is also something that was appealing back in the day for Vereshak. And it was somebody getting like top scores, like easily the best score in the game, but with I would say like an average GP, like 6,000, 7,000 ish, maybe less back in the day. And this is what you were doing. And that's why I used to watch your videos back in the day.
Yeah, so should I just tell something about in which teams I was and so? Or...
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I started playing the game 3 years ago, like I already said, and it was in Italia in a training camp from athletics. There, a friend told me to play HCR2. I already had it, but never really played it, and yeah, so it was fun, and that's actually pretty funny. I got the Italian flag for like 1 year because I didn't know how to change it. Yeah. So when someone told me that I could change it, I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And yeah, I was in several Italian teams. I don't know the names, but yeah, I noticed that I like time trials. Like you have one map and several cars and parts, and you just have to find the best technique to get the fastest time. And I really liked it. And then improving your time always, and yeah. So that's also the reason why a player named Brona recognized me in my
What name? Sorry.
Brona. Sorry if I pronounce it wrong.
How do you spell it?
Brona.
Brony?
O-N-R.
No,
Bronar.
Brona.
What team is he on? It doesn't sound familiar, at least.
I don't think he plays anymore,
Ah,
but
okay,
he's an
okay.
Italian player, and he recognized my local records. So he
Okay.
came in my team and wrote into the team chat about Discord. That's the way I got to Discord, and yeah, from there I joined these Fingersoft servers and yeah, all the stuff, and yeah, I improved my GP, not that much, but at least I tried. Started maxing my Super Diesel to get nice records, because I saw Super Diesel can get a lot of records, and yeah, I always liked PR, so I really wanted to join, and I joined in, I think, June 2019. Yeah, and a bit after that, I got an offer of PR to join the team, and of course I did it.
Was it Team PR
Yeah,
or
team
PR Reddit?
team PR.
Team PR.
It
Okay.
was, I think it was the number one team for quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just kept maxing my vehicles and got different records, and then when Team PR merged with Reddit to PR Reddit, I think my GP was too low, so I couldn't score that good, and I had to leave. And then I searched a new team and joined Team Germany 2.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question just quickly. Did you enjoy team events as much as you enjoyed like daily races?
I think back then I didn't enjoy it that much because of my GP. I couldn't really compete with the best players, and I mean I liked it, but not as much as daily races.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean,
Because I know
as far as like from my history of kind of watching you, which sounds creepy, but but you keep an eye on the best players, and I used to watch your YouTube channel too, and still do. And I saw my favorite video was your jump shock tutorial video, and I think that I've seen it so many different places now, where you have newer players that say, how do you learn to do jump shocks? I can't do jump shocks. No fuel events are the hardest. Multi jumps are the hardest, and everyone says just watch this Linus video. It's literally the easiest way to learn is just watching the video. It's much it's a really good tutorial. It's easy to follow.
Yeah, thanks.
It's the execution is a little bit harder but at least the technique. But I do remember seeing you in Germany. I do remember seeing you on Team PR. And
I actually had even my own team.
I was just about
Terminators
to say,
or something,
you
right?
made your team.
Yeah,
right?
Terminators.
It was Linus Army. I started it after Team Germany 2, and I think beginning 2020, I don't know. I just wanted to create my own team, and it was pretty nice. A lot of players joined, and I even had 4 teams, I think. But
wow,
4.
Holy cow!
But
God damn.
yeah, in May we merged with the team named Terminators.
Yes,
and
Yeah.
that didn't went that good. So we
why?
we lost many players, and some weeks after that, I think I just was tired of being a leader because it was a lot of effort, and so I just joined Germany, and that was pretty nice. And after that, I don't know. Can you remember when I joined Reddit?
You joined. No, I can't remember, to be honest. But I just want to ask, when made you come to Reddit? Because I knew we were trying to get you for a while. I'm not gonna lie.
It was
That's a shocker.
something about July. I think it was something about July in 2020 when I joined Reddit, but I actually can't remember it exactly.
Yeah, no, I can't remember either. But it was insane. I remember the UK maybe with a 6,600 GP, and I think the first event you were first place, and I was there oh great, yeah. You know what? The new kid comes in first place, and I'm here 2 years still trying to get first place.
Yeah.
So now you're on Reddit. So is there a big difference? So I know that you said the mergers didn't go well with Terminators. Is it because people didn't like how the team was after the merge, or is there any specific reason, or you just decided you were just kind of done with it?
I think my team wasn't organized that good. I didn't have an own server for the team. I mean, it was just in my server I had from YouTube. And yeah, when I joined Germany, that was crazy. They are so good organized, and that's such a big difference.
We do hear that about Germany. We've heard that now from a couple of players that came on the podcast, that Team Germany has a very organized server.
Yeah, that's crazy. If when I compare that to me, there was such a huge difference.
I think as far as being a good leader goes, you have to do like 10% playing the game and having fun, and then the other 90 is just like recruiting and managing,
yes, that's
organizing a server. It's like
why I didn't want to be a leader anymore.
Very understandable.
So do you enjoy like your time now just as a regular player where you can relax and do as you wish?
I mean, I got enough direct messages or anything from Discord. I don't need more from my team. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine with the amount of subs you have. You can shut off the direct messages on Discord.
Yeah, I know, but I still have it because when players want me to send something like a boss clips or friendly challenges, they can just send it to me, and that's a good point. So yeah, I don't know. It's good when I want to make videos, like friendly challenges or anything.
That's true. And when did you create your YouTube channel?
There was in, I think, August 2019. Yeah, a friend.
Oh wow!
A friend just told me why I don't upload it on YouTube. It was a friend. With him, I even had a channel some years ago. I don't know, maybe 2017, about trick shots. It wasn't that good, but yeah. So I think through him I came on the idea to make YouTube videos, and yeah, it was a lot of fun to me to make those videos.
That's amazing. I mean, 2019, that's like 2 years basically, maybe a little less, but your channel basically blew up. Do you remember like a specific point or a video you uploaded where like you maybe made the biggest jump?
Yeah, I think it wasn't holidays there. It was, I don't know, maybe October or November in 2019. So just a few months after I started my channel. And I don't know which video was that good, but just my subscribers and views raised a lot, and yeah, that was pretty cool.
And you're one of the only people that doesn't have YouTube in your name. I know that a lot of them have YouTube in their name, which if you see someone that does really well in a team event, you search them on YouTube. Yeah, so you kind of came out of nowhere. I've been playing less than you, and you were one of the first people that I was told. You know, obviously Verishak and others, but yeah, I was like, watch Linus. You could do crazy things with jump shocks.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't thought about putting YouTube in my name. I just had.
Well, now you don't have to.
Yeah, pretty much. Like everyone knows you.
Yeah. I think Deflorator also had it, but removed it some months ago, or I don't know when.
All right. And like nowadays, is your main focus dailies or is it team events?
Nowadays,
What's your answer? Yeah, I'm a leader in the team.
I actually enjoy all the game modes, maybe except cups, but I still like daily, of course. I like team events because I can compete there with my GP now, and I also like adventure. In the last time, I started playing adventure more. I think 4 months ago or something, and yeah, it's also
Okay.
fun. I already got several world records there.
Damn. Have you reached? I mean, I'm sure you have Canyoneer, right?
Yeah.
What Canyoneer level are you now?
I don't know the level, but I got 1.8 million
Wow, in 4 months.
stars.
Oh wow.
Um,
Oh wow.
and actually, I haven't played many vehicles, so it's still easy improvable for me.
Okay. So are you aiming for that top spot, or you're just
I don't think
doing
I
it for
can
fun
reach.
and breaking records?
I don't
There's,
think
I mean,
can
geez.
reach number
Yeah,
one,
what,
but
Zorro is now over 3 million, I think.
yeah,
3
he's
million, yeah.
crazy. He
3
even
million.
got records which are easy beatable, so he can, like, he don't like scooter or anything, and just have bad records still.
So you know you can beat them?
No, I definitely can't beat him. I think I can reach maybe top 10, but Thor is just so good. I don't know.
So just to give you perspective at oh my god, this is mad. I'm just looking at the top adventurers right now, and top 10 you would need 2.78
Yeah,
million.
it's a lot, I know. I think my goal was to do first 2.5 million, and then I wanted to make maybe a video about it. Yeah, I have to see how motivated I am to keep playing adventure.
Well, I guess the difference is the top adventure players almost never focus on dailies, and
Yeah,
they
that's right.
might be team event guys, but adventure's like their thing. You
I
won't
think
see them killing it in dailies every day like you do. That's like to me that's the ultimate grind.
I think I actually also was the only one who had an all vehicle time trials world record and all vehicle adventure world record at the same time. I think
You mean like in a single track you had all the world records with all the vehicles?
no, I had the the best record of all vehicles. So like
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Like just a general world record. Yeah.
I mean, it's a big difference if you have an all vehicle world record or if you have a specific world record for.
Right. Much easier
Yeah.
with an all vehicle. Yeah, it's much easier if you're like, oh, there's not that many people that play this track with Moonlander
Yes.
or the snowmobile or something. Let me focus on that. Or the dune buggy. If you have max parts, you can get it with dune buggy pretty easily.
Like I got 50 cheap world records, 50 sports car world records.
Oh
and
wow.
That's I mean I could never make a video with 50 all vehicle world records because it's just so much harder.
Yeah, fair enough. It's funny you say that because Hulk, how many world records do you have?
How many world records did I try to get? I mean, I could try all day and I wouldn't have any. I mean, every time I look at the top times, it's like Linus or the RS crew or something like that. It's like, nope, not interested. I could get like a season best or a local best, but
okay. I mean,
I
probably have like one or two all-time locals.
I mean, but I even saw sometimes at the beginning of a season, someone put a world record with something like mono wheel on a map which was not in the cups, and I was the only one who played it.
Like that entire season?
No, just at the beginning. It was like the first or second day.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure people do that. Like there has to be somebody that specializes in looking for tracks where not many people play and like it's probably like beatable very easily and they just go and it's like an easier world record basically.
Yeah, I guess if there's a track that I mean, or like a track that nobody likes, like the water levels.
Yes.
I like the water levels. I don't know why you guys don't like
I
them.
Nah,
hate the
I
water
also
levels.
don't like them.
The glacier,
It's
the
just
glacier
oh
levels, the
no, screw the
stormtrooper
glaciers.
levels. Like I don't like those at all either.
No, I agree. So, quick question, Linus. Because I would say you're young. You're like from the younger demographic in the game. Um, so I want to know like what your perspective in the game is in terms of like what you enjoy about the game. Because we've talked between Hulk and I and other guests in the podcast, and I think we always come to the conclusion that it's the community and being part of a larger group of people on Discord or whatever it may be. So I also want to know if that's the same perspective for maybe the younger guys that play the game.
Okay. I think the younger guys often like the daily races and not the cups because it's too much like always the same. And yeah, for many young guys it's not that fun, I think.
I guess the more seasoned players like or the older demographic probably values the grind a little bit more and doesn't mind that like doing cups over and over and over again is really boring because you get the rewards at the end. Like you get GP increases that you couldn't get if you were doing daily races. So that seems to be, I guess if your goal is to be the time attack champion, which I have zero interest in. I only want to increase my GP. But I do see a lot of the younger guys are much more interested in daily races.
Yeah.
It is funny because if you see I would say the top time daily races guys, for example, they are for sure younger, and they don't have that high of a GP. Like look at Linus, look at Protect, look at S and Carlos. They are all very young. They don't have the highest GP, and their interest is just daily races. And then, like you said, the older guys, they're just like, it's a lot more about like efficiency. It's like, okay, what can I do to increase my GP as fast as
Right.
possible? What's the best scrapping method and coin
Right.
About
method?
scrapping method, at the beginning I just scrapped everything. I thought, I mean,
Oh,
if I
no.
scrap everything, I can, if I want to level a part, I can just get the scrap and level it. But that doesn't work.
I am cringing so hard right now. No, but yeah, it is really interesting. So just quickly, how has been being in Reddit for you? Have you enjoyed Team Germany more, or did you enjoy having your own team more?
Well, I like competing with the best players, so that's a good aspect at Reddit. But in Germany, the spirit of the team it's just insane, and they're so good organized. I mean, that was also pretty good. I don't know. Can't say which
That's
was
nice.
better.
No,
So
Having
Reddit is like a bunch of pros that show up like 5 minutes before the game starts and just like drain like Kobe or LeBron just drain threes all day. Team Germany is excited. They seem motivated. They want to give a pep talk. They're like, "Let's do it, guys. Let's get it done." And Reddit's like, "Yeah, whatever. We'll just put up a 38K here and call it a day." That's like my impression of it.
but
Pretty much.
having an O team was also kind of nice. I liked it. Yeah.
I've had that. I wouldn't say interest, but sort of. Okay, let's call it an interest of having my own team to see what it would be like to manage like an entire group of people. But like even every single leader I've talked to of a team, they say it's so time consuming, and just like managing 50 people at the start, and even getting people that you trust enough to also be co-leaders and help you in the organization of the team. It sounds so
That's
painful.
that was the
It seems
problem.
absolutely miserable.
I'm also not good at it.
Yeah, I think it requires. I don't think anybody is built to be a leader. I think you need a very specific type of person with a very specific type of skills. It's not easy at all.
Yeah, or you're just used to like there's a lot of people that are really good at networking in real life, and there are also the same people that are really good at networking on Discord and everywhere else. Like it's just, who they are to reach out, get to know people that are not inside their little box. And those are the people that are the best recruiters. They're the people that have the best networking when it comes to matchmaking and things like that. So it does take a lot of time. I prefer to not have anything to do with matchmaking. I just want to run tickets and, have fun with what I want to have fun with and improve my GP and build my alt up. But the behind the scenes stuff, I'm not really interested in. Maybe sending memes on Discord, but that's what
this reminds me of you and I being mods on the Fair Play server, where we're supposed to be
Right.
mods who do modding, but all our modding is memes and the podcast.
memes, the podcast, chatting, making fun of Amra.
Pretty much.
So what do you want to do? Like, do you have what's your short-term goal with the game? I know, so far you're a top team event scorer. You have decent GP. I don't want to say it's good. It's decent, and you're like a time attack champion. You have a YouTube channel that's pretty successful. Like, what's your next step? Like, what is your next goal?
I don't know. Just keep playing, keep getting good records. Of course, improving my GP.
Start playing cups.
Yeah, I play, but not that much. Yeah, keep uploading videos.
Now, is there a time that you're gonna like feel like you're gonna get burned out from the dailies? Because that's what I hear from a lot of the long-term
actually,
daily players. Like it's incredibly hard to keep up with that pace.
Actually, it gets boring at some point when races, which I already played like 4 times in the daily race, when they come again, and yeah, I don't like every race, so some races are just not that much fun for me.
This is also a good topic, actually, that you brought up, the Hulk. Also, you being younger, you in school, are you allowed to play as much as you want on the game, or do you have like a period of time which maybe your parents allow you to play? Because I know for us, like the younger guys, we have our own lives, we manage our own lives, so we can just sit down one day and be like, you know what, I'm going to spend 10 hours in a day just grinding cups, but I don't think you have that luxury.
Actually, I did it one time, playing cups 10 hours straight.
Oh, jeez.
Your eyes like start to get tired after a while too, because you can't see right.
Yeah, so I had a limit on my phone for a long time. I even didn't have a phone for a long time. I played on my iPad first, and I got my phone with 15, I think. And yeah, it was also from there I started competing more in the daily races.
Okay, and what about in terms of spending money in the game? Because I think this is also a topic where the younger guys can't just be like, Mom, can I have the credit card and just spend $1,000 in gems?
Where I'm actually allowed, maybe also because I earn money from YouTube. So yeah,
That's true. So it's like you're investing in yourself, because the better and better that you get, your money's not going wasted.
Yeah, I got way more money from YouTube than I spent in the game. So yeah.
Oh wow! So the YouTube is the way forward then.
And now, like the last 2 months, I actually had no. I actually was allowed to play as much as I want, but I don't know. Maybe it'll change again. Hopefully not.
All right, Linus. So I have a question for you. Damn it! Like I just forgot it all of a sudden. Wait. God damn
I
it!
know
Oh,
it.
okay. No, it came back. It came back. Okay, because this is going to be a topic for one of our future podcasts. So I want to know like your opinion on it, and it's having or the habits you have when playing the game. Because like anything, or especially even more with a game, it can be very addicting, especially if you're having fun and stuff. You can get to a point where maybe you're spending more time playing the game than you are doing things in real life. So, is there anything you do in terms of sort of scheduling how you play, or what time you play, or how much you play?
So, I mean, there was a limit for me a long time. So I didn't have the chance to play too much. Now,
What's too
I
much
don't
for you,
know.
by the way?
Sorry, what?
What's playing too much for you? Because I think
Uh,
person to person it's gonna vary.
where I think more than 5 hours on a day is too much, I think.
Yeah, okay,
I
daily that's pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you're just like sitting down and playing nonstop. I mean, for others, they can just do it throughout the day or pick it up for 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, and it adds up. But if you're just sitting down and playing over and over and over again, it does get tiring, and you realize that, oh wow, like 4 hours just passed by and I didn't do anything except cups. So it's
Yes.
good to have like, breaks and real life stuff in between.
Yeah, sure.
Have you ever gotten to a point where you felt you were like tired of the game, burnt out?
Maybe a bit, but I don't think I really got burnt out from the game.
No, we know
Yeah.
they're making HCR3. Are you gonna download that and build your GP when that comes out?
Do you think they're working on it?
Yeah, I mean, Reese confirmed it.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're working on it. I don't know when it's gonna come out or anything like that, but I know they're working on it. And we've had the conversation that, are we gonna download it after playing HCR2 for so long? And it's like, well, I don't know. Maybe, probably, knowing
yeah.
us.
I think I will, because I'm sure it's interesting, a new game. I have to see if it's still so much fun. But yeah.
You know what? This is a good idea because I know Fingersoft is listening to this. So this is my suggestion. This is just my suggestion. But if they do create HCR3, I think they should make it so that there's cross progression between HCR2 and HCR3. Because I think for most people, just starting over is going to be such a hassle that I think a vast majority of the player base would rather either stay on HCR2 or just quit completely. So if you add enough new stuff to the game where cross progression isn't an issue in terms of the obvious revenue that Fingersoft is looking for, then I think that's going to be like a win-win situation for the community and the company.
Right. I mean, I think that, having new cars or new maps or new graphics, that's all important. But, HCR2, I think, was a much bigger game than anybody anticipated. And we've invested so much time and so much effort in building our accounts. And it would be, it's like disgusting to think about losing all of that.
Yeah. So you mean just to like get the GP or something on your new account on HCR3?
Exactly. Like you would basically have what you have today on HCR2, you would have it on HCR3, but there would probably be so much new content that it would be little to no difference as starting from the beginning. I mean, obviously, you have a huge advantage compared to somebody that maybe is downloading HCR3 or any hill climb racing game for the first time. But that's like the same as when somebody didn't play HCR1 and then started playing HCR2, and you know what I mean. So I think it's sort of, I don't want to say rewarding the current player base, but just because I don't want
I
to say
agree. Like you almost feel at least a little bit entitled to getting some sort of leg up. I mean, they could, like, an easy solution would be to carry over every single vehicle with every single part from HCR2 into HCR3, but make the GP max like 21,000. So you have all these new vehicles,
exactly,
all these new maps, but you start from 9,000 GP, which is great. That's not a big deal. It's a good base, at least.
Exactly, that's exactly what I mean. Because if you look at other games, I mean, okay, this is a very basic example I have off the top of my head. You guys know Call of Duty Warzone, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
It came out on Modern Warfare. What's it called? Call of Duty? Just Modern Warfare? I can't remember.
I don't know.
I think it was Modern Warfare. Okay, but it was part of the last Call of Duty, and it was such a huge success that it would have made no sense for that company that made the game, Activision, I think it is, to create a new Warzone type game in their next game, which is Cold War. So all they did was they made Warzone sort of like its separate game, but it's cross-platform from the old game, basically. So everything you had in the previous game moved over to the new ones.
That would be fantastic.
That's cool.
And all they did was add new content. So they added all the new guns from the new game. And then so anybody that played in the past can still play in the future and not lose all the progression that you make, which, I mean, it's easier for a game like Call of Duty where it comes out once a year and you play only once a year. But for maybe a game like Hill Climb Racing 2 where it's been out for, I don't know, on the top of my head, I'm going to say 5 years, and you've been playing for that long. Like, imagine just one day they just say, okay, here's Climb Racing 3, start from the beginning, and you're there like, but do I really want to?
Right.
I mean,
right.
I might as well stay in Hill Climb Racing 2.
Right. Like, even the most dedicated players, we've talked about this recently on our team. So another issue you run into is, say, I mean, we actually had this conversation last week on our USA server where it was, okay, if Hill Climb Racing 3 comes out in 7 months, are we going to have half the team say, sorry guys, I'm done, I'm going to go play HCR3? The other half say, I've invested so much time and effort into this game, I don't want to lose the progress that I've made here, I'm going to stay in HCR2. And right then, like, you already have, half your team gone. But if they did, so Thinkersoft, if you are listening, which I know some of you do, it would be very beneficial for everybody, I think, including the company, to just give us this really high GP number with a lot of new cars, but carry over, maybe, allow your team to transfer to the new game with the progress already built and go from there. I mean, I think that would be a no-brainer from the standpoint of the gamers, plus the game developers.
Exactly. And you know what? It doesn't even have to be Hill Climb Racing 3 in terms of the name or a literal new app. You could have like a big enough update in the game that it just completely like changes it over completely. You know what I mean?
Yes. I also somehow can't imagine that they actually bring HCR3. I think they bring new updates, but I don't know.
I think it's going to have to be
kind of
HCR3 because they might change the the dynamics of the game or the graphics or some components of the game enough that it has to be on its own new platform.
Oh, that's fair enough, especially if it's a new engine.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to set the question for you guys. If there is a new HCR3 game and you have to start over from the beginning, are you going to play it and leave HCR2? Let's start with Linus.
Yes, I think I would if the game is really nice. Like if everyone else plays HCR3, I probably would do it too. And yeah, maybe it's nice content for my YouTube channel also. Yeah.
Okay, Hulk.
I would say that it depends. It depends on what everyone on the team does. It depends on what the people that I spend the most time with decide to do in Discord, because it's going to change everything. It's going to change like your team server, your event server, everything would change depending on who goes where. So I think it's going to be a pretty big shakeup. I probably won't do it at first. I'll wait and see how things go, and what kind of updates or what kind of what the players get for joining HCR3 that have been long-term players of HCR2. If you do you get anything? What kind of rewards do you get, if anything at all? Do I want to spend all that time again starting over? So I guess the answer is possibly, probably, possibly. Who knows?
That's a good point. I think, like as you were saying, I was also thinking the same thing. I think it's gotten to a point, at least for me, where the people I interact with in Discord surpass the game itself. So if I see people moving over, then I would also be inclined, just for the sake of still being able to interact with them.
Right.
Same thing if they don't want to move over. So I think it's also a lot of, what's everyone else going to do type of thing.
Right. And
Yes.
then, all the new servers that are going to be created because of it.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine now you're going to need Fair Play server for HCR2, Fair Play server
Yes.
for HCR3. It's going to be such a hassle. All right. Well, then, what do you think, Hulk, if we put Linus on the hot seat?
Yes. Sounds great. Let me pull up the questions here. I actually haven't read the questions yet, so it'll be fun to be surprised.
Oh, okay. I mean, I have read a few. I have a few in mind. So if you want, I'll start.
Go for it.
All right. So this comes from a player called Space, and he asks, which are the top 3 Super Diesel users according to you? Obviously, not including yourself.
Okay, so I think I would say Kulov, of course. He's a legend with Super Diesel. He's like, if he wants to get a world record with this start boost, wings, and jump shock setup, he just gets it. There's no way he stays on the second place. Yeah, he's incredibly good. I think he left the game.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard
Oh,
recently that
yeah.
he's gone or something.
His account got flagged, not banned. He was
He was
flagged.
flagged and he just
and-
quit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't bothered to talk to support and get it fixed. That's a shame. Anyways, and the other 2?
There are many good players. I don't want to hurt
Don't
anyone.
do
So-
don't pull an Avito hole or a D-Flow where you start naming
No,
100 players that play Super Diesel.
Okay, so I would say Carlos. He
Carlos on the Super Diesel. Okay, I don't think he's very known for that.
maybe not in the last time, but in the beginning he made many Super Diesel world records, and with thrusters on Super Diesel he's still pretty good. Yeah.
And last one.
It's hard.
No pressure.
Okay.
Anyone that comes to your mind.
Maybe Protect, because he's just so good with everything, and also with Super Diesel he gets insane records. Maybe not with thrusters, but like with landing boost, and yeah. I don't
Okay,
know.
yeah, that's a list I can approve. No, I mean, Linus, honestly, there's nobody that can match you with the thrusters. It's dumb.
Yeah, I mean Fox, Lenny, Carlos. There are many other good players with thrusters.
Good players, yes. Let's leave it at that.
Okay, I have a question. This comes from CS Joe. He says, as a Reddit player, what do you think will happen first? Your team with the Colombian flag because Juanito wins a match, or Romanian flag because Razor's alt account wins a match?
That's a good one. I like that one.
My guess would be
And wait.
the Romanian flag.
I'm
There
gonna
was
give you a funny
funny-
story after Linus
I can
answers.
remember when Juanito, you wanted to get your flag because you scored good and was first, and then in the end you ended up like not
Oh,
even
okay, let me-
15 or something.
Yeah, that's the story I was just about to tell. And this was just last match, so current
Yeah.
event. So we start the match. I actually enjoyed the event, and then I think in the first 24 hours I got something like 37.5, I think, something like that. Nothing special, but it's good. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yes.
And I'm at the top. And I'm not usually at the top, like first place. So I'm there like, okay, first place. And I start bragging on the server and in the game. I'm like, okay, Colombian flag is coming, boys. Okay, guys, just give up. Don't play. Have a vacation. Like, it's mine. I go for the next day, like 24 hours pass. I come back. I'm not even 15th. I'm 17th. 17th. So 16 other people just decided to jump all of a sudden. And it was like, 37.5. So everything above that was higher.
It's a good score.
It was ridiculous, honestly. I mean, and somebody, I'm gonna find the meme. Somebody made a hilarious
I
meme.
saw
I think it
that.
was, yeah, I
That's
think it was
great.
Kung Fu Mami. She makes memes for trivia to play, and she made one. Wait, let me see if I can find it quickly. And meanwhile, you can answer the question, Linus.
Wait, what was
The
what
question
was
is, who's going to score first?
yeah. Okay.
What is
Go ahead,
what's-
say it,
what is
Rashid.
Razor's alt GP? By
Yeah.
the way?
What's
Is
the
it
GP?
like 4K or something? 6K?
No, it's like 5,000. Oh, wait, I'll tell you right now. I have it up here. Give me a second. It is 5,278.
I mean,
versus your
I
max.
don't want to offend you, Juanito.
Don't worry. I know Razor is
But-
better than me. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you.
Yeah, I would say Razor.
Say Rosita.
I
Just
would
say it.
say Razor's alt account.
Oh, that's I would agree with that actually.
No, it's I would agree. I mean, my best placing has been second, so that's
Oh,
it.
But that's good.
That's good for yeah.
Yeah, but once.
Okay.
All right, here's the meme, and I'm gonna try and I'm gonna save it right now so I can post it the day we post this episode because it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So it says, "Oops." It says, when you score 37K and being first, and you start dreaming of your flag, and it has my picture, and then below it has Pablo Escobar's meme where he's like looking down all sad, and then it says, "But in the end, you are only 17."
Huh.
Sorry, Juan. Better play trivia. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I
Oh, man,
love
it's too
those,
funny.
I love those memes.
They're so good.
So I'll ask the second question since I'm staring at it. This is a question by Cool Guy.
Okay.
What is your least favorite vehicle?
Okay, I think there are two. The snowmobile. I don't know how to pronounce.
Yep.
Yeah, I really don't like it. It's so slow, and I know there was this moon coin snowmobile
Oh
event.
jeez, yeah, that was
And-
terrible.
Oh, I love. Oh my god,
Yeah.
you struggled so much with that.
I just
You know-
wasn't able to get 10K, and everyone else did, but
It's like it's
wasn't
like guaranteed 10K.
Right, guarantee. And then Linus is like, I remember we were all getting 10K. Like there was nothing in that channel about tips because just it was so easy. And then like after 2 days, you see Linus, guys, how do you get 10K?
I never got it, I think.
You never got it. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, and the second one, I mean, I don't. I like it a bit more, but it's Moonlander. Sometimes the driving style is just so
Oh yeah,
weird,
it's
and
painful.
yeah, suddenly it flips over and you die. I don't know. It's also very slow.
It's so slow. Yeah. Unless
Maybe
you're flying on the moon.
if you thruster, it's not that slow, but yeah, you can't always thruster.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, this one is
So
a funny
the thing
question
that, like, I
because
guess the most frustrating part of the Moonlander for me is that when you do it in adventure mode, you can't change the stance at first. You have to have that stupid, like on all the tires, you can't change the stance unless you're in a time attack.
I think it changes if you are fast, but
but not to that stance. You can't change it to that stance.
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, if you're driving in like a wheelie for so long and you just have your gas down, it's gonna change how it stands. But it's only temporary, and
Yes.
it's not like you
Yeah, it
can't
comes
change
back.
it and keep it like you can when you're in a time attack.
That's true, and that stance is so much better
Oh
than
yeah,
the normal
way
one.
better.
So, yeah. Anyways, so this is a funny question. I don't know, Hulk, if you've seen this video by Linus where he just jumps from a tree into the snow.
I don't think I have.
You
I
haven't
read
seen
that.
it?
No.
Okay, well, we're gonna post it
Yeah.
as well with the podcast. So, Zash wants to ask, why did you jump from a tree straight into the high snows for a video idea?
I also made
And how high
another
were you?
video about a double gainer from a rope swing. I don't know, it's just fun to me making those short videos. I really liked jumping in that snow, and I often, if I do something like that, I often record it to have it for the future, and I don't know, I thought, why shouldn't I upload it?
But do you do like gymnastics or something?
Yeah. Wait, gymnastics. I think I did it in the past, but I'm not in like a club or where we train specific. But yeah, I do a lot of sports at home, and yeah, that's fun to me.
Okay, yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, I hope it didn't hurt landing
No,
on the
that
snow
was
because
actually very smooth. It didn't hurt at all.
okay, because you would think that sand is also just as smooth, but
No,
actually,
not at all.
I did something like you. Yeah, no, I did something like you, and I jumped really high off a dune in the sand, and I landed on my butt, and I compressed one of my vertebrae.
Sand can
Yeah.
hurt if you. I mean, it's surprising. It's not like
Yeah.
a pillow. Okay, so
Yeah, I learned it the hard
this
way.
is a question from Ash. Out of all of the vehicles, which do you think that you are the best at, and which do you think you can improve on? I think after hearing your last answer, you can say snowmobile. Snowmobile,
Yeah.
you can improve on.
So what I'm the best at?
I mean, it goes
I
without
think-
saying, does it?
I think it's Super Diesel because I just played it the most. But yeah, I used to play also other vehicles, so I wouldn't say it's as clear as like Kulov. I never saw him with any other vehicle. I think he was just playing the Super Diesel. But yeah, I also like the other vehicles.
Fair enough.
Okay. Yeah. All right. This is a question actually from a new Reddit member, South, and he wants to ask: Did any other YouTubers motivate you to start making videos, and if so, who?
I think it was Fershak. I watched his videos, and yeah, I think he motivated me. maybe also IO and OI.
EO.
EO and
EO and
OI.
OI.
We all have this. We all did the same thing.
Yeah, we did. Now I correct everyone.
So this is kind of a cool question. This is from one of the Fair Play moderators. Wow. He said, "Do you follow other players? If so, who are your top 5 favorite players in the game right now?"
Do you mean if I follow them on YouTube? Or
I guess it could be either. You either watch, yeah,
like
in general.
yeah.
Who do you think is like the top 5 players in the game?
Not including me, of
Yes,
course.
so it could be daily races. It could be like all around. You could, it could be either daily races,
not
team
especially
scores.
the best players, or like the players I like the most, or
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting one, because we're always going to ask you. Yeah, don't worry.
So,
answer that first.
Lenny, definitely. We created a server in I don't know, it was September or something, where we can call together and with the German players, and that's pretty cool because we get to know each other, and we still do it often. And yeah, so maybe Fershak, Carlos, wait, 2 more.
I know. Hot. Yeah.
No pressure. Hulkster and Juanito.
Okay, let's take it.
Now, I guess this is a side question. Are there other YouTubers that you communicate with regularly? I know that players like Marabox are on Reddit, so probably. But do you ever talk with Verishak? Do you ever talk with EO? Do you ever? I know Deflorator is also on YouTube, and
no, I didn't talk to them, but I talked to Lenny. Like I said, he also has YouTube, and there are other players like Timon, HCR2, and well, I think the most subscribed HCR2 players I didn't talk to. But,
okay.
But like I chat sometimes with them, with some of them, with Deflo and Fershak. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And now I think for the standard questions.
Wait.
Who are your top?
I gotta interrupt you.
Oh, sorry.
Speaking of Lenny, I do see a question from Lenny. His question is, Linus, are you looking forward to making the vlog with RS, LOL, and me?
Yeah, so LOL is also he has an Indian flag in the game, but he can speak German. He lives in Germany, so he's also in the call with us often, and yeah.
So what kind of a vlog are you gonna make?
The vlog, we thought about meeting each other in real life because we don't live that far away from each other, and yeah, Lenny wanted to make a vlog, and yeah, sure, I look forward to it. It will be nice. I'm sure.
I think that would be really interesting, because I think one of the things now that is sort of becoming popular within the scene is like seeing everyone for real life. You know what I mean? Because I think the community has been together long enough where you know everybody in game and their character and stuff, but it's like people want to know a little bit more. So like with the podcast, we've offered people's voice to be heard, and sort of guess what people sound like. And I think that vlog is also going to be interesting for people to
Right,
even see
right.
what you look like.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So any other questions you have in mind, Hulk, from the questions for guests?
No, that pretty much does it for me. Yep, we're good.
All right. So then, for the questions that we always ask to people, who are your top 3 players in team events? And yeah.
Okay, so I really couldn't decide which one not to put in the top 3, so I made a top 4.
Okay, top 4, fine. At least you didn't say
No,
top 15.
So I put in Leo, Ken into Space, Fairshak, and Zoro.
Okay, that's a good list.
I
think we always see like repeating names.
Yeah,
I
Ken
see
Space is
Zoro,
he's just ridiculous.
I see a lot of potential in Zoro because he's such a talented player, and I think if he focus on team event, he can score that good. And yeah.
I mean, he does score really good. I think lately he has been putting up probably the highest scores that I've seen, at least in each event.
Like 39.
39.3. Yeah, that's mad, honestly. There's no way I'm getting even close to that. Like you basically need like almost a 10K on T1, which is what, like 1 minute 15? No way.
I just can't. I cannot get that track either. I mean, like on a run that I'm happy with, it's like 8.6K.
Did you ever see a 10K there? I'm not sure.
No, I
have seen someone getting 1 minute and 15.8 or something. But
whoa, that's like a 9.9.
But I haven't seen a 10K yet.
No, I've seen 10K
Did they
in
use
every other
Afterburners
track.
or Coin
Even
Boost?
T3.
I think it was Coin Boost, Fuel Boost, and Magnet.
Oh, okay. I gotta switch.
What should get worse?
He'll get 1 minute and 40 seconds here coming up.
All right, and the other question, Linus, is: are there or what top 3 players that you've never played with would you want to play with?
So in team events, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, because teams are for team events, so yeah.
So I already made a top 4 at the other question, so
Go ahead.
we keep doing that.
New top 3, yeah.
It's Fairshak, Ken into Space, Zoro.
No, you can't use the same ones.
But I liked. I didn't play with them.
No. You have to add. We have to add new names.
Turtle.
Turtle. Okay.
But
okay, fine. I'll give you Turtle. Fine.
Well, I don't know. I like playing with the best players because it's much fun competing with them.
Yeah, because your teams that you play against don't usually give you competition, except for maybe 1 or 2 right now. Discord being one of them. So
I don't even think we are the best team in the game.
I think Discord is better at the moment.
Yeah. Hulk, are we ever gonna see USA versus TNO?
That's a good question. I don't know. Probably at some point.
Who's gonna snipe who? Is it gonna be who was it? Was it Tiggs that pulls the Leroy
No, that's
Jenkins?
always Krill. Krill.
Oh, that's Krill. Okay.
Maybe Nestor occasionally, but that's Krill's move to do Leroy Jenkins and just match when he's not supposed to.
All right. Well, Linus, it was honestly a pleasure to have you. Like, I think you were one of the guys, at least for me, that I had in the top of my list for people to invite to the podcast. So I know you waited a little bit.
Yeah,
but we finally made it.
I also really enjoyed being here. Yeah, it was a great time. I really like this podcast idea because it's really interesting hearing the people or the players and getting to know them. Yeah.
I agree. And I think that it's a lot of fun because you see their avatars and you see their PFPs from Discord and you see their YouTube videos, but it's really cool to hear them talk about things and how they do things, and it's totally a different perspective. It's been a lot of fun. So we're lucky you came.
But before we end, Hulk, you have your
Correct.
usual
We
task.
have to Linus, can you do us the honors and give the hint for the next guest?
Yeah, of course. Okay, so this man has a literal cult following the esoteric Order of Dagon.
I
Jesus,
actually
that's gonna
have
be
to
hard.
look and read this again because it's gibberish to me. Yeah.
Gibberish.
So
Yeah.
this man has a literal cult following the esoteric Order of Dagon, which means nothing to me. But probably some weird
I
cartoon.
think that's going to require some research. Yeah, that's going to require some proper research. Actually, I don't think it's that hard, to be honest. Like once, no, I'm not going to say more because I know someone's going to find it within 30 seconds. All right. Well, Linus, is there anyone you want to shout out before we end the episode?
Well, I already did my friends on Discord. Like, okay, there are many German players. Also, Draken and Leglambo, I called with them. Maybe you know them. Really good players. And yeah, I think that's it.
We'll make sure. Yeah, we'll make sure.
And your team ready?
Okay, of course.
Not that you really need it, but we'll be sure to link your YouTube channel as well to the release of the podcast.
Yes.
I give it a shout out on the community tab. So yeah.
Awesome.
Well, thank you.
So it's kind of a voice reveal also.
Yeah, how about that?
Oh, this is your first time. Okay, so
I mean,
let's
I
see
did
how
a
shocking it is for everyone.
stream one time, but it was very bad. I think my brother and friend convinced me to do it, and we streamed like FIFA 21 or something. Yeah, that was, I don't know.
This will be your official voice reveal then. We'll make sure to announce this as your official voice reveal.
Yes, it is.
Linus, I'll be sure to send the link to the episode to all your friends at school.
Hopefully not.
They would be like, okay. Yeah. Cool, bro.
Okay. What is this?
Cool story,
why are you
bro.
in a podcast? All right, man. Well, honestly, it was a pleasure having you on board.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming. You're always welcome to come back anytime
No problem.
you like.
And I also thank you guys.
Alrighty. Thank you again. We will talk to you guys next time.
See ya.